Hey guys, I know it's a little late. Christmas was a while ago, but I'm just now getting around to making a video for my Grinch junk journal. So I did How the Grinch Stole Christmas out of one of the old Grinch books. So let's see, on the side I've got this cute little Grinchy keychain with a little bow. It's just attached to the side. I think the spine it's about 2 inches, maybe, 1.5 2 inches, something like that. I'll put all the details in the listing on Etsy, but it's really a sturdy book. I've used the front cover, the back cover I covered. I used a napkin and made a pocket that wraps around to the front, covers the spine. We used just some old fabric and trim. We have 3 signatures. They're stitched to the outside. And then there's a little piece of art from the book. On the back, I've also stuck in a piece from the page from the book. Right here, just can journal on it or whatever. It's just a little blank page that says How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The closure, also all the corners have these little gold corner protectors. The closure is just green ribbon and it's tied in a bow. So you just untie it like that. Let's see, oop, my ring got caught on the fabric. Here we go. So we start on the inside. I hope you guys like this. I worked many months. I kept adding to it. I just didn't think it was ever finished. It took forever. So on the front has a pocket. It's also got the napkin. I've got a little paper clip art here. This is just regular paper. You could put it wherever. I mean, I felt like I stuck so much stuff in here. I didn't want to keep junking up the pages. I was afraid I put too much, but I stuck them here. This is just one of those little starch doilies. I think people used them as Christmas ornaments. So it's a little tuck here on the front page. In the pocket, I've stuck some vintage wrapping paper. There should be enough here to use on some other things that you may want to add to, or decorate some other pages. And then another page from the book. I covered the front pages with just scrapbook paper. So this is a vintage doily, just a little cluster. This is just a little clip that says Merry Christmas. I think it was part of a banner or something. Of course, we got a little glow right there. There we go. This is like a place card or something, and then this was from a banner. And then behind it, this is a doily on a piece of scrapbook paper. Then we've got pages from the book in here. I don't remember if I used every single page or if I just used pages that had really cute pictures. But that's what I get for waiting 3 months to list it after Christmas. But anyway, so right here we've got, what is that? I got some glue on my finger. This is a little piece of clip. It's clip art, but it's not clip art. I bought a little thing from Hobby Lobby during Christmas, and they had a whole bunch of little tags that had Grinch things on them. So yeah, you can see it right here. It says to and from. They were little Christmas tags with the Grinch. This is just a tag that I've edged in red ink. This is a playing card that I've turned into a tuck. We've got a vintage time card that you can decorate. There's a piece of vintage ledger here. This is a flip with some paper as a tab, little scrapbook paper. This is a Kate Spade, I tucked it over. It's a Kate Spade Christmas card. It says ho 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 XO, ho ho XO. I've got some altered, I think every paper clip in here I altered to be curly. I saw that somewhere on Pinterest and I thought they were the cutest things. So they're curly. I've just taken pliers and curled the edges to give it a little whimsical look for Christmas. Here's a page from the book. We've got a little Christmas tag here on a doily. This is vellum, a little vellum pocket with a little cluster and another piece of clip art that I got from Etsy. We've got a Betty Crocker recipe card with some Christmas trees, the Christmas confections, cereal Christmas trees. And then this is a page from my notepad from Sugar Boo and Company. It says, "For the one I love." It goes right here in this little pocket. I've got a little piece of scrap paper right here with a Kate Spade clip. It's a bow paper clip. Back here is a piece from a game sitting on Santa's lap. I can't remember what the game was, a charades game or something. And it's decorated for journaling. There's a page from the book. This is a page from a book that was about Christmas. And this one says, "Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree." And it talks about some of the history behind the Christmas tree, I think. This is a page from a Christmas music book. And on the back, I put a page of Christmas music. We've got Christmas scrapbook paper with a snowflake tuck, and then just a little Christmas journaling card that I put together with, I think this is just fabric, collage fabric. Right here we've got a little fabric tag with a pen, a dangle of bells. Can you hear that? little jingle bells. Right here is, I think this is from a children's cookie book. This is graph paper with a stamp. The stamp actually went through. I stamped on that side, but it went all the way through. You can see it. This is from a Southern Living Christmas book, has the Christmas card list. This is a page from the book. Some more scrapbook paper. This is a coloring page from a vintage coloring book. This is a little flip. It's a coaster, a paper coaster. And I put Cindy Lou Who on the front with some plaid fabric to make it a flip. The page from the book, another page from the Southern Living holiday book, Christmas book. Here's some more of the little clip art. It's all very Christmassy. I love this so much. It'll make a perfect December daily. This right here is a little tag made from a vintage Christmas package tag. Tab made from a Christmas tag. Another page from the book. This was just a white, the back of her bottom, it was just white. So I covered it with some glitter tissue paper so that it wouldn't be white. I don't really like the white too much. So I try to do everything, cover everything, giving it a little bit more color. Right here, we've got the other side of that vellum. And it's also a pocket. We've got a Christmas seal down here, a vintage Christmas seal from 1975. Then I've got a divider from the Kate Spade Christmas card box. It says the more the merrier. And then I made flashcard journaling cards from these edition flashcards. The doily, and it's got them singing. She's singing, they're singing on the page. There's the Grinch. This is music paper. Right here, we've got a vintage coaster, Santa Claus coaster, and then a Santa Claus telegram. This is from KB and Company. Have to be careful with the little clip. It's kind of ruffling up the coaster, so I have to be a little more careful with that. I may have to put something on top of that so it doesn't mess it up. I'll do that before I stick it back in there. The other side of the ledger paper I have attached to the edge of the envelope that was on the other side, and it had Santa Claus on it. That's not added. That was the edge of the flap of the envelope. We've got a little fabric tab right here, scrapbook paper, and then into the second signature, I've got another dangle with the Grinch and a little green pom-pom. Then over here, we've got the puppy dog. I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name. I need my granddaughter to tell me. We've got a page of dictionary. I've got this coffee paper with a little embossed snowflake and washi tape that has all of the, oh, it's not washi tape. I think this is a sticker with all of the reindeer's names on it. Over here, oh, this isn't coffee paper. It's an envelope. I'm so sorry. It's an envelope. And then on this side is the other side of the envelope where I have stuck another Betty Crocker card with wassail. And the back is regular. And then here, I believe this, I don't know what this is, indicate if open house. This must be something, sales for a real estate company or something. Indicate weekday ad, circle ad to be run, indicate if open house. I don't know, but this was just a vintage piece of paper, ephemera that I found. And then on the edge of this envelope, I have put an applique bow that has little leaves on it. And it's fabric. It's not a, this is not a printable. I'm sure you can see it in there. It's fabric. Then, that's a book page. We have another pocket, and I have used one of these school flashcards here where they use them in speech class to talk about things. And this one is about none and no. This one is filled, and that one's not. That one probably has coal in it or something. I don't know. But anyway, it is little stockings. And then we have a little collage thing right here, a little thing. There's the other side of the, or another one of the pages from that music book that talked about the music and the people who wrote the music. We have a little puffy sticker here of a candy cane. Book page. This is one of the vintage doilies. This is a vintage telephone call log. Right here is another page from the Christmas book talking about Deck the Halls. I've made a little Christmas tree out of ledger and glitter stars. There's vintage doily and some papers, just a little cluster right here. I cannot remember who. There is someone on Instagram that made these little trees, and they were so much fun. I really wish I could remember who made it, but I don't remember. I will try and find it, but it was so long ago that I saw it. I don't think I'll remember, but it was really fun and beautiful, and so many people are so creative. I will not take credit for that. We've got some vintage graph paper, some more scrapbook paper with a vintage package tag. Back here, this is a lot of fun. I haven't put a label in here because I don't want to cover up the music, but this is the cover to a vintage ornament box, and I believe I replaced the paper here because the old paper was so brittle that I had to replace it. But this is a pocket, and you can stick things down in there. But it makes really pretty sound, and it just looks really pretty in the book. This is another dangle with a little tab that says Merry Christmas. This little dangle has a package. They have packages. And then on the back, we have washi tape that says Make a Joyful Noise. Here's a page from the book. 2 more pages from the book. This is a page from that vintage color book. Oh, no, this isn't from a color book. This is from a workbook, a 2nd grade workbook. Then we've got another page with some Christmas paper, the Christmas tissue paper, and a little bit of ribbon as a tab. This is some onion skin paper or typing paper. This is a page from the book with another dangle, and this one is, I think it's Max is the dog's name. So this one has Max on it. You see, it's very shiny. There we go. And it has a little peppermint on it. Then we come over here. There's some more of that paper. This is wrapping paper on the back of a regular piece of paper. I've just put wrapping paper on it. And then I used wrapping paper and backed it with paper so that it wouldn't be so flimsy. And then this right here is a little card that I've made out of it's a tag from an outfit that I bought for my granddaughter to wear to our Christmas parade in Belleville. And this was the tag that came with it, and I thought how perfect for a junk journal to have a piece of junk in the journal that has Grinch on it. So it didn't go in the trash, it actually went into the book. We've got some more book pages. This right here is really cute. It's just a little crisscross belly band with a page of note paper. This is from one of my mom's little notepads that she had, and she had so many that she got rid of them, and I took them because I thought Santa was way cute for this book. We've got the Grinch right here on the back of graph paper. Here's the rest of the book all about Christmas, another page from it. This is the other half of that telephone log and the doily. There's another page from the book. Here's another dangle. This one is a little ornament with a little pom-pom, a little sparkly green pom-pom. Right here, we've got some more wrapping paper that says, love Santa, and it has a little bow. And I've left the bow unattached right here at the top, so you could tuck something under it, or if you put pictures, you can put the pictures under there and not have to stick them on top. They can actually be under it, and then you could put the bow down. Right here, we've got a pocket with another pocket. This has a pocket here, and then we've got the pocket back here. This says, do not open until December 25th. It's current, it's not vintage, it's a current, it's a current tag, but I love do not open until December 25th. Then this it's glittery. Does it show glittery in there? It's the cover to the How the Grinch Stole Christmas DVD 50th Birthday Deluxe Edition. And I've turned it into, I didn't turn it into, I thought you could journal on the back. I was going to put some paper on the back, but I think I liked it like this because you could see the embossing. So I left it like that. So that is for journaling, but it's this DVD cover as a journal card. Another page for the book. Oh, I just noticed this too. All of the little strings are long in case you want to add beads or anything like that. All right, so dictionary page, and this one has a little tag on it, and I believe I put this little tag here because there were some words down here that we didn't want to see. So I put this little sticker tag to kind of hide some of those words that we didn't want to share. Okay, then we got the doily, some more paper with washi tape on the edge and on the edge here. Then we're into our last signature. Right here we've got a little ruffle of fabric. We've got some, this is baking paper, I think. A little sheet of baking paper with the Grinch. This is a sheet from the Southern Living book, Christmas book, Gifts and Wishes. Book page. Oh, here's another one of those Christmas tree playing cards. And I have covered the back up with some tissue paper so that you can journal on it. And this is a little tuck right there with that printable. This is a printable that I got off of Etsy. Then we've got this. Right here is an applique piece to a bread box cover or thing you put in the bowl, and then you put your bread in it. And it was red with the holly and berries. I loved it. I thought it was perfect as a pocket. We've got another telegram from KB and Company. And then this right here is a vintage holiday invitation from Hallmark that you can use as a journal card. We've got music paper, Wish You a Merry Christmas. Right here's another page of graph paper, and I've stamped with Peace, Hope, Joy across the bottom. Then over here, I have a little belly band that goes across, and it's got a few little goodies in it that I've clipped in there so they don't fall out. There's a wreath from the book. I've got another one of those little curly clips. This is a tag that my sister used actually, and I've covered the back up with coffee paper so that you can use it as a journaling card. This right here is a vintage, I'm not sure, postcard or vintage note card with some movie prop things, which I thought went well with the Grinch theme being a movie. And then this right here is a little pocket that photos came in. Back in the day, they would put their negatives after you got your pictures developed. You put your negatives in it. And inside it, I put a vintage 1900s receipt. It says right here 19. So I make 1900s sound so old. And I guess it is for the young people, but 1900s is when I grew up. So it doesn't seem old to me. But it is an old one, and I did red. I have blue and red. They were duplicate copies. The red, I think, was actually the duplicate. It was on the back. You would stick a piece of carbon paper between them, and the duplicate would print on the red. But I put red in here because of Christmas, so I wanted it to be Christmassy, so I used red instead of the blue. So this all was in this little tuck right here, and we are going to clip it back in there like this. Oh. There we go. Like that. Here's a book page. Another page from this one says 7th grade from the workbook. This is music paper, and I've got a little bit of stamping going there with some snowflakes. This is another piece from that applique that had the berries and the holly leaves. This is a CD envelope, an altered CD envelope. We've got a little band back here where I've stuck another tag. And inside, you see right here, you've got all of this. There's a little saying, if every day was Christmas filled with hope and cheer, then perhaps peace on earth would last throughout the year. And then that comes out, this little card comes out, and there's nothing there. You could put pictures of your family or whatever there. But for right now, there's this little Grinch card. And on the back, it's just plain. So that is what is in this little CD envelope, little flip out to decorate right there. The next page, right here we've got another little decorative corner with the doily and the Grinch. Book page. Here's another little, it's a different type of vellum, but and it's a little older, so it's got some color to it with another Christmas seal and a little cluster with some old quilted fabric. You can't see the quilting on it. I had to take some of it out to get it apart and use it. They were old placemats, but it's got holly and berries on it, and the little Christmas seal. And then we've got this. This says days till Christmas, and you're supposed to put the number of days till Christmas in the ball. I believe this printable was supposed to be large, and you could use magnets or something and put the days in it. So you could maybe make a copy of this and use this in the junk journal as your days and put the days in there or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, I got this off of Etsy. I bought the printable. So there's a little card there. There's some recipes from the Southern Living Christmas book. Here's another corner tab and printable with dangle, and it has another charm with, this one's Cindy Lou Who. Let's see, get it over. There we go, Cindy Lou. And then on the other side, we've got this vintage trim. There's also vintage trim on top of the fabric. We've got a book page, some more of that music paper, and I've backed the music paper. If there was something on the back that had nothing to do with really the music or anything that went well with the book, I covered it with paper. Here is a page from the book, the Christmas book, and I put up some glitter stars on it just to give it some sparkle. Then here we've got another of the game cards. This one's Cindy Lou Who. The whole game was Christmas, but not all of them were Grinch. So I pulled all the Grinch ones to put in this book, and on the back we made it a journal card. So it's got this little cluster, and they're stapled on there. And then I carried the fabric around to hide the staple, and then I glittered up the staples so they didn't look quite so plain. And of course we've got the curly paper clips. There's the Grinch again with some stamping behind him, some washi tape and some lace, the polka dotted lace. This right here is a belly band and a vintage coaster, Christmas coaster. We've got shiny bright tissue paper in the background that came with some shiny bright ornaments that I bought a few years ago. Oh, this is really cute. We've got this little doily with Cindy Lou Who, but then we've got tiny ledger paper, and I tied a little tiny gingerbread man in the holes. I thought he was really cute. I made a gingerbread house, tower, advent calendar, and he was left over, so I thought he would be cute in the book. He's flat, so he doesn't take much room. Here's the Grinchy tree. We've got another page. This is vellum with washi tape, little red bow washi tape, and then on one side I've used the scalloped tissue paper so that it would have a little extra oomph, and it really sounds neat. We've got the center of this signature is part of the coloring book, the vintage coloring book. Here's the other side of that neat paper. Another Betty Crocker cooking card. There we go, get the glare off of it. This lamp is giving a little glare tonight. There we go, and the back, of course, is still there. All right, this is coffee paper and some more Grinch. There's that, and the doily. Oops, the doily. This is a page from the book. We've got another belly band here that says no peeking, and then I've got a little card that says Be Jolly, and it's only the one side, so you can write on the back. We have another paper clip to hold it on there because that ribbon, it just isn't tight enough to hold them. So the clip does a really good job. We've got a tuck spot here with a bow and some journaling space there. I have right here a vintage Christmas postcard with some cute little girls, a little girl and boy, says Christmas blessings and the tree. And then I have a paper clip made out of a Kodak slide. And then this goes right there. We've got that book page with a little sticker. I've got some stuff here, another book page, ledger paper. This is just a tag. This, okay, a recipe, a vintage recipe card, and a realtor card, a vintage one. Look at her beehive. I've used this in many of my books because I have a ton of them. And then this is the book page, scrapbook paper. This is dictionary page, vintage dictionary page, a page from that workbook, the book. We're getting towards the end with all the back pages. Here's a pocket, and this is from Sugar Boo and Company, my favorite place. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. That had to go in this book. This is the last, the book page, more from the Southern Living with a little fabric ruffle. This is the back. This is a clipping from a piece of wrapping paper that I had that said Merry Christmas, and I thought those colors were perfect. And then the very end, this is the end. And I included just this little baggie. I may put some things in there to send with it. I have a whole bunch of stuff left over from making the book. So this is the book. I hope everybody loves it. I'm sorry it didn't make it out for Christmas, but good thing is it'll be there for this Christmas. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Have a great weekend.